I just wish the snow would stick to the ground.
Everybody clap. Thank you.
There will be a GoFundMe in the description.
It's gonna give me a virus because it's free. The video took 5 hours to render. And the best part, it was corrupted. Little Rascal is coming for my brand.
Oh shit, like is this just, what is this gonna do?
Final season. And he was like, okay, and then proceeded to not understand it for 20 minutes. I have considered ending our friendship. 3, 2,
Okay.
1. Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Hey yappers.
Hey yappers.
Julia and yappers alike.
Yes. Hello. How are we on this fine morning at 9 on a Sunday?
It is so gloomy, where I am.
That's how it was earlier today, and then right now, like as I walked over to this building, it got pretty nice, so.
That's nice. Like a few weeks ago we were talking about how we like when it's, oh, my bad guys. A few weeks we were talking about how it's the nicest kind of overcast when it's about to snow, because it's just like that sheet of white across the sky, and that's kind of what it looks like now. But it's no fun because it's not snowing.
Yeah.
So what's the point?
Yeah, I agree. I say that as though I wasn't the original person who was in the conversation. Like, yeah, I agree with that sentiment. All right. Hey guys, it is. Okay, first of all, elephant in the room. The last episode, not out on the day that it was supposed to come out. Sorry. It is finals week.
It's okay. Finals week or our final week?
I keep saying that. It's so fun. Guys, it is.
Yeah.
Me and Jeff go to the 2 colleges that probably go the latest. Like, I know so many people at home right now, and it makes me so upset. When's your last final?
Also, we've been... Oh, sorry. I was going to say something really quick. I was going to say we've been in the talks. I think it was the first episode. And, like, even some of the second episode, I've been dodging around what college I go to. And it's, like, it's on my pennant right there. So, you could have probably already guessed. But I go to Rutgers. So, we just wanted to get that out of the way.
Yeah.
So I can stop, like, dancing around it.
I did think it was funny that you were, like... Because it, like, 60,000 people go to Rutgers.
Yeah.
Like, and 2,000 people go here, and I'm like, I go to Wellesley. Yeah, so I do find that funny, but, you know. Yeah, so when's your last final?
Yeah. My last final is on Tuesday. That would be the 19th.
Me too, but I still have an essay due on the 21st. So that's exciting. Yeah, so
That's exciting.
That's the struggle bus that we are on. And so I apologize for the last episode not being out. I do want to get it out like today, the day that I'm recording this, so we'll find out. Okay.
When you get to it, you'll get to it.
Yeah.
You guys will be fine. You could do without our yapping for like a few more days.
Yeah. We were talking about overcast and snow.
Yes. Can I take this one? Because
Yes.
it's so funny.
Yes.
Okay. It's a little known thing that gay Twitter loves to thirst trap.
Yep.
And I was just scrolling Twitter one time, minding my own business, and then there's this picture of this dude, and he's the kind of like gay guy who takes like all the selfies and like always does the poses and stuff. And he was in this Christmas sweater, and he captioned it, "I just wish the snow would stick to the ground." And he had the most fucking model pose face I've ever seen. We'll show you some of his posts, but they are so funny. And that is, I cannot think of Snow and not think of him anymore.
It's him and Coriolanus.
Anytime Snow always falls on top, Yeah,
Yep.
that's who I think
Yeah, I was
of.
gonna say it's him and Coriolanus every single time somebody mentions the word snow that come into my mind. I do. I love him. If I could say the word "see you next Tuesday" on this without us preemptively, maybe in the future getting demonetized, I would. But he gives "see you next Tuesday" in the most crazy way. So.
Mm.
uh, oh, another thing that me and Jeff have been doing is procrastinating our finals. And the way that we've been
So much.
procrastinating is we pretend that we're being like productive because we're doing something very special. We are learning a language. This makes it sound like we're both learning like the same crazy language, which I think would be funny if we both started learning like
Yeah.
Klingon. But we are both going crazy hard on Duolingo right now. Everybody clap. Thank you.
I'm trying to load it up so I can tell him
Yeah.
my username.
Oh yeah, let me look mine up too. But yeah, we are Duolingo. It's beautiful. It's wonderful. It is like there are some things that we have found, and I think that if we don't remember them now, we can make a list of things that are funny. One thing that happened to me was something happened to my Duolingo like 2 months ago, and it was like everything was in English, but it made no logical sense, and it was like you it ifly knew, like you it just ifly knew. And it was like speak. It was like it had like the thing to like say it out loud, which you only get that if you're speaking a different language. So I don't know why it was in English. I could probably try to insert a photo of it. It was very funny. Another thing that we figured out is that the father is just a horrible father. There's one character in Duolingo.
Eddie is his name.
Yeah, Eddie. Yeah, he's horrible. The call is reconnecting. We're fine. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway. Yeah, so we are the people that are going unnecessarily hard. Would you like to say your rank, your current XP going into Sunday, and your username?
Yes. Okay. So my username is jsalami44, and I'm currently on a 149-day streak.
Damn.
With a total XP of 36,753.
Per.
And I'm first in place in the Pearl League, and that is with 5,546 XP with 12 hours to go.
That's crazy. Okay, so.
And that's an over 1,000 XP league. So I've been just going so extra for no reason.
That's so funny. Okay, my username is Julia_Reste, R-E-S-T-E. I have a current day streak of 18. Everybody cheer. Thank you. My total XP is 23,000.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm in the Diamond League currently. And I am in first place with 5,897. But I'm only 30 points ahead of the person behind me, which means that at 11 p.m., you best believe I will be going even though we have Primal Scream at midnight. I will be grinding out
Oh my
a
god.
bunch of stuff. Dude, the Primal Scream, I'm so excited.
While screaming.
About finals, and I'm like...
It's gonna be really
yeah,
fun.
so fun. Yeah, so that's Duolingo. It's been encapsulating a lot of our life. Actually, when this call ends, I'm going to be so real with you. I'm going to do some.
A lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Okay. So, yeah, like I was saying, it took me like 4 minutes to even load up my Duolingo thing because my laptop has been so slow lately.
Yeah.
I think it's because my storage is absolutely full, and I don't know. Can you guys hear my like fan?
Oh,
Can you hear that?
I just want you to know that they can hear it when you're talking and holding the mic up to your mouth. I was editing last episode.
Oh my
and it's
God.
like crazy.
Dude, my laptop is like dying because I think it's my storage is full, so it needs to process more memory when it does anything.
Yeah.
So now it's just been so slow, and oh my gosh, I won't load anything.
We will have to get you a new laptop. And by we, I mean you.
Yeah.
I got no money.
There will be a GoFundMe in the description. I'm kidding.
Um, yeah, I RIP Jeff's laptop. That's why when it was like, it's reconnecting, I was just sort of like, we're just going to keep going because this is what it does. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
Speaking
I
of-
can't edit any of the videos because it can't support like any storage.
Yeah.
I can update Discord, which is where we usually call, because it doesn't have the storage for it. So.
Yeah. Oh, I just hit my mic. Compared to my 1 terabyte of storage on my computer, so I can edit the videos pretty
Not fair.
easily. It's just, guys, it's hard. And oh my god, can we say how long it took the last episode to render?
Yes, please.
Okay, so here's the thing. When an episode is long, my video editor's like, whoa, it takes it a minute to render. That's if you just spliced audio and video together. That took like 20 minutes, I'd say. Then I put like Jeff's...
What do you edit on?
I edit on Kden Live. It's going to give me a virus because it's free. So give me money and maybe I can like download Adobe. I don't know. Keep watching the videos. It's fun. It's free. Whatever. Probably going to get a virus. It's okay. And then, okay, so anyway. So then I realized that there's this like buzzing noise coming from my mic. I know it's in this episode already, not as evident as it has been, but it's in this episode, whatever. It's fine. So then I went on to Audacity, something new that I downloaded. Again, probably going to give me a virus. And I did like voice reduction, like isolation. That took like 20 minutes to render too. And then I layered the video and audio together. Anyway, then I compile our video and audio, and when I do that, it does transform because I've just shoved Jeff into the left side and me into the right. So that means that every single frame of the entire video, it's transforming something. And also, I also upped somebody's audio. I can't remember if it was mine or yours because it was quieter. And so the video took 5 hours to render. And the best part, it was corrupted. And so I had to do it a second time. Everybody cheer.
Thank you, Julia Rusty. I don't know what we would do without Julia Rusty.
It's okay. It's okay. It was annoying, you know?
Miss Westy.
That is. Dude, Okay, so I'm scrolling on TikTok. And I see a video that's like, North on Kanye West's new song. That little rascal is coming from my brand. My last name is Rusty. Rusty with an R. Her going, Miss Westy, makes it sound like that she's me, except if I had like, not a lisp. What's the thing that you can't say your R's?
Is it? I don't think so. When just kids can't pronounce their R's.
Miss Westy. Like, if I ever became a teacher, I'd have my kids say that. Like, I miss...
She kind of hit it, though.
She did.
It's better than any verse Kanye has written.
You can't say that. They'll kill you. I think, like, objectively, everybody still enjoys some Kanye music. But, yeah, it's just...
Yeah.
I saw that, and I was like, me? Me?
It's your anthem now.
Yeah, thank you, Miss Northwest. Would you like to do...
Oh. I was going to say, should we do gratitude box?
Yes, I was about to ask if you wanted to do a segment.
We have the same mind. Okay.
Yes.
I've been putting off the, fact that I was like, oh, I should take the ones out that I did, because I really cherish the prompts that I have. So if I pick one, I'm just going to put it back.
That's fine.
Oh, this is an interesting one. It's, what texture are you grateful for? And I said suede. And I said, it's nice and fuzzy and looks nice on shoes and jackets.
Interesting. I'm grateful for terry. I love a towel.
What's that?
It's like towel.
Oh, yeah.
I love towel.
Sick.
End of gratitude box. Okay, hold on. I need to adjust my headphones because it's bothering me a little bit, so just give me 1 second. Yap, boy.
Yeah.
Yap.
What do I yap about? Okay, guys, I'm really mad because usually when I get an iced macchiato from Dunkin', I say sweetened vanilla, creamer, but I guess I accidentally put unsweetened this time, and it tastes so bitter, and I don't like it, and I'm mad about it.
That's gross. Not good.
Yeah, I know, right?
Not good. Speaking of drinks,
Also, okay, wait, hold on. I have one more thing to yap about, if you don't
I
mind.
had such a good transition. Good God, go ahead.
If you guys go to Dunkin' and you don't want like a whole ass bagel, you should get their bagel bites because they're actually really good. It's literally just like a it's like
Oh,
if a
yeah.
munchkin was a bagel.
Don't they have cream cheese in them?
Yeah.
Fire. Fire. I haven't tried them, but I can imagine that they're fire. Maybe.
They're really
Actually,
good.
okay, every single time, this is a quick rant about Dunkin'. God bless Dunkin' Donuts. Love you, heart you. I don't. Yeah, anyway.
America one's on what?
American runs on, huh? I I there's so many Dunkins up here because it was invented in Boston. And
I didn't
if
know that.
you-
That's cool.
Yeah, thank you. And if you drive up to Boston from New Jersey, all of Connecticut, that entire highway is just like every 10 minutes tops. Like it's like pretty much every 5 minutes there's a Dunkin'. There's also a Dunkin' in the train station that I use. Tell me why it has been closed every single time. And the worst part is, I'm traveling at night again this time. And so I will not have it open. And I will not have my beautiful Dunkin'. Oh my God, I just hit the mic again. I will not have my beautiful Dunkin'. And that is so, so upsetting. So that's just what I wanted to say. That I have so many opportunities to get Dunkin', and yet it fails me every time. God.
I don't know if it's just that time I went to Montreal, but when I had Tim Hortons, like the Canadian Dunkin' Donuts, their munchkins weren't as good as I was expecting.
I thought you were going to say that
I
it
was
was really good.
expecting to be like, no, I was like a little underwhelmed. I was expecting for it to kind of like beat Dunkin' out a bit, but.
Sorry, I just drank my coffee. I think that like the coffee grounds are still in it, and I just like had some in my mouth. I was like, I'm doing so well, guys.
It's okay.
How are we feeling? Speaking of drinks and grounds and leaves and sediment, would you like to explain what happened while I get some water?
Yes. Oh my gosh. So when me and Julie were on call while I was doing homework one time, I was trying to make tea like in my lounge, and it had like these weird ass tea bags. I forgot what. I think it was Lavazza or something, but it was a Lavazza machine, and you're supposed to take it out the drawer, and it has like this. If we could like put a picture, but there's a plastic tip, and then it's the bag. So then when you go to the machine, you have to press open the door, and it like flips open like it's a Tesla or something. And you put the bag in, and then you close it. But I didn't know which way the bag went in because the diagram was weird.
Yeah.
So I like put it in backwards, and it like fell into the machine, and I was like, oh shit, like is this just, what is this gonna do? And then like when I started it, it didn't come out actual tea, so I was like, where the did that bag just go?
Yeah.
So I was like, spent 10 minutes trying to figure out how this tea works. It was called like smart tea, and I obviously was not smart because I hadn't had the tea yet.
Exactly.
So,
No, 'cause-
but I like ripped open the bag and shit, and I was like, how the fuck does this work?
Yeah, no, because he like opened like all the drawers to like look at the teas, and he was like, what flavor should I pick? And it was like one was like smart and one was like calm, and I was like, do the smart one. It's final season, and he was like, okay, and then proceeded to not understand it for 20 minutes.
Because it's so stupid. You had to put it in backwards, and then the plastic tip like catches the hook, and then I guess it squirts water through the bag,
Yeah,
and yeah, it gives you your tea. But
yeah.
I did not like it. It gave me way too many problems.
That's so funny. Okay.
I'm really bad and clumsy in the kitchen in general, so I should have expected that.
Throwback to our last shenanigans, which was the cup noodles. So,
Yeah, really.
I don't think either of us are very. Oh my god, today. Okay, so this morning I go into the dining hall, and usually the dining hall has like hot food, but because it's a weekend, brunch happens later. So I go in and I'm like, what do I get to eat? And then I see the cereal, and I was like, oh, I would like to have some Fruit Loops. Tell me why I opened the thing to let the Fruit Loops out. It barely let any out. So then I move it just ever so slightly. It like torrential downpoured Fruit Loops in a way that like it was all over the counter, and I was like, ah. I had to run and
Ooh.
get new ones. Also, when I was shifting things around on my desk before we started, I also spilled some Fruit Loops. So now there is like Fruit Loop
Oh
dust
my gosh.
in my mouse. So, yeah.
Julia, try not to ruin the dining hall challenge.
Impossible.
Impossible.
Yeah, literally. Okay, would you like to do
Uh.
the segment that I talked about last episode?
Yes, I would love to. Okay, you probably watched and paid more attention to the video than I did, so you can explain this
Okay,
one.
so basically, Cody Ko, love him. He did not come up with this, obviously. He was reacting to a video of it. I think it was Jubilee, but I don't want to be wrong, so I'm just going to flash their name on the screen right now because I don't want to attribute credit to the wrong person. Also, go watch their video. I love you, Cody Ko, but go watch the original, please. Anyway,
Yeah.
anyway, he watched this one video that was like, if exes could be honest with each other, and it was like, this was the worst relationship I ever had, and then they go and they pick yes or no without the other person knowing, and then they turn around and see what the other person said. But then they did it with best friends, and I watched that video, and I was thinking about like my answers to the questions as as it was going, and I was like, I feel like this would be kind of funny because like I think that some of these are obvious, but I don't know that you would think that.
I don't have
So
anything to like. Okay, hold on. I want to like have a sign because I think it's really funny that they had to walk on
Oh,
like
yeah.
things. Yes. And no. And yes.
love it. Okay. Hi. It's time.
Hi.
Okay.
This is gonna be fun.
Okay. The first question is, I'm the more intelligent one in the relationship. Can you give me time to write?
Ooh.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, so I'm gonna look away, and then you do the call for when to turn and look.
I'm scared that I'm gonna like.
It's fun.
Ready? 3,
Okay.
2, 1.
Who would have guessed that one?
Okay, I feel bad though.
It's fine. In all facets, you are the more intelligent one.
I'm sorry. I did feel bad about this.
It's fine.
I feel like.
It was your idea.
I know. I remember I was watching it and I was like, they were like, some of them were like, this is so obvious to me, whatever. And some of them were like, kind of mad at each other about that one.
Yeah, it was a little hard to watch. I definitely recommend watching
Yeah.
it.
I think that we're both very like street smart though. I don't think that, not street smart, just like emotionally. You know what I mean?
I would say, yeah, I'm emotionally
Yeah,
intelligent,
yeah.
I feel like.
Yeah, no.
But as for street
Oh.
smarts or book smarts, I'm.
You put me in the middle of New York City, I'm dying. I meant emotional, but yeah. Okay, the next one is, I think my best friend is or has been jealous of me.
Gee, okay.
Okay.
Ready?
Yeah. 3, 2, 1. Okay.
Who could have guessed that
Wow.
one?
Have you?
What would you have to be jealous about?
I've been jealous that you do film, and I don't do art
Oh,
stuff.
yeah.
So yeah, I have been a little jealous once in a while. I also am very jealous of. Sorry, I just exposed your.
Yeah,
Okay,
that
hold
is
on.
nice.
I'll bleep that out.
It's fine.
I'm jealous of your hometown, because
Yeah.
that theater program seems so nice and wonderful. I mean, I love the theater program for my hometown, but yours seemed like so cool. So
Yeah.
yeah.
I guess I'm jealous of like how smart and talented you are. I don't know, like the way you could just go from eating it up in like all your AP classes to performing in choir and shit.
Oh,
It's just like that kind of talent is like really special.
I'm gonna
And
cry.
I would always look at you and be like, how do you manage that? What do you do?
Suffer. But that's really sweet. Thank you.
No problem.
Okay.
No problem.
Number 3. This one is funny. Okay. I have considered ending our friendship. This means like at any point during our
Ooh.
friendship, have you considered this? Okay.
Okay.
It stopped writing.
Okay, while you're doing this, I'm gonna change my whiteboard thing. Well, not my whiteboard, my chalkboard. I have a countdown till Christmas, and from the day we're recording this, it's 8 days until Christmas. Almost a week away.
Okay.
I love that video so much.
Yes. I finished writing it. It is.
Okay.
It's very light, but. Okay.
Are you ready?
Yes. 3, 2,
Okay.
1. Yup.
Okay. This needs more explanation
I love how
because
you knew.
if we had no outside forces, that being our parents and or friends,
Yup.
I feel like we wouldn't care.
Yup.
We would have no problem.
Yup.
But for some reason, the outside forces of the world love to come in between Jeffrey and Julia's relationship.
Real.
So-
Real. I had a boyfriend that was like super. Was it possessive? I don't know how to describe that. I don't know. It was just.
I feel maybe a little
It might have
bit.
been possessive. He just sort of was like, I feel uncomfortable with your and Jeff's friendship, and I was like, and I was like, Jeff, October 9th. I was like, Jeff, hey, no more friendship. And he was like, "Ugh." And it lasted.
I was like,
it
oh,
lasted a
okay.
month.
Yeah.
So I'm actually gonna go get the blue marker really quick, because at least that one wrote at
Okay.
least a little bit.
Yeah. And then as for me, my mom was like, in senior year, I was really bad with procrastinating and stuff, and Julie would be like my lifeline. She was my rock. If no one else got me, Julie Rusty got me. So I was spending a lot of time like talking with her and stuff. Maybe a little bit more than I should have, but my mom was like, you should like break this up because there's no reason you guys should be talking this much. And I was like, okay.
Thanks, Mom.
But yeah, against all odds,
Yep.
we're still
We're
friends.
still
So
here. Okay. Huh. My best friend has a toxic personality trait or vice.
yeah, I don't know if it's that bad, but
Okay.
like I wouldn't say you have a toxic personality trait. Like,
What is it?
well, let's answer the question
Okay.
first.
Also, vice is there. So vice is.
What is like? Explain vice a little further.
It's like an addiction or like something that you indulge in.
Okay.
The worst part is I'm looking over there and somebody drew something last night about like good luck on finals, but now these markers don't work. Thank you for drawing.
Like the really elaborate marker drawings.
I literally have to go get more. Okay. Or I'll just say it as you point.
That's annoying.
Why don't you count down and then
Okay.
I'll say it with you.
Okay. 3, 2, 1.
No.
Oh, really? Oops.
What?
I was about to say, I feel like this could go for both of us. Delusion ships.
Oh, right. Never mind. So yes. Yeah.
I don't know. That's just like a little something
Yeah.
we could work on.
When Jeff and I love.
I feel like it's because we're only such people pleasers that we kind of get stuck with that.
Yeah.
So.
And also when Jeff and I love, we love
Yeah.
hard. So, you know. It is what it is, I guess. Ah.
Yeah, kick rocks, I guess.
Damn. Yeah. Okay. If I keep giving my best friend the same advice and they never listen. Okay.
This one is also like a little hard. It's almost like a leading
It
question.
is, yeah. Okay. Do you have your answer?
Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
No. Yay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the thing is with you, I feel like I will give you advice and you will listen. So.
Yeah, and I feel like the same way for you. I also feel like we don't give each other advice too much. Usually it's like, go to therapy, and then the other's
Yeah.
like, okay.
Yeah.
Or like, you should do homework right now, and the other's like, okay. Yeah, it's never like
Yeah.
crazy life advice, I don't think.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's yawning.
Any more?
There's more questions. Yeah.
Yes. Can we
Okay.
keep going? This is actually really funny.
Yeah, there's only 2 more, so.
Okay. Yeah, we'll just finish them
Okay.
off.
If my best friend were my child, I'd be proud of them. Okay.
That's such a crazy
It is
question.
crazy.
Okay. 3, 2, 1.
Yes.
Yay. Oh, thank you.
Of course. Literally, you have come so.
I have a few achievements under my belt.
Yeah, and you've come so far, like in terms of like
Thank you.
ADHD. Are you okay with me saying that?
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
fine.
like I don't know. It makes it hard to do things a lot of the time, and
Senior year was rough. Like when I was undiagnosed, I was like so lost and had such little self-esteem and shit.
yeah. But considering all of that, and like you got into Rutgers, and you're slaying the house boots down, and it like
I'm so happy I got into the film program.
yeah,
It's
that's
so
incredible,
crazy to me.
and I'm so proud of you. And I'm
Yeah.
really proud that you're like following what you want to do. You're not like settling for some like history degree. You know what I mean? Like that makes me really
Yeah.
happy. So of course I'm proud of you.
Thank
Always proud
you.
of you.
And yeah, I would be really proud because you went to Wellesley. Really cool. Oh my gosh. And yeah, I don't know. When I look at the stuff that you do and like the person you are, I could just see that you will get so far in the future. And yeah, I'm just like really excited to see where you go from here.
This is so cute. I'm gonna cry.
What's the last one?
There's something I haven't told my best friend that I want to get off my chest.
Oh God.
Okay.
um,
Okay.
I feel like this goes for like if we have any outstanding beef. We're like, I still feel this way about this thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have an
Yes,
answer?
I do. Okay.
Okay. 3, 2, 1.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like we've never really fought over something,
No.
so it's not that big a deal.
No, there's literally nothing that I feel like.
And plus, I'm not gonna bring that up with you like on this podcast right now. Like,
But is there beef?
you need to
You
leave.
need to leave. Oh. Has there been anything then? Because you just said you wouldn't bring it up on the podcast, but now I'm scared.
I don't think so. Like that's what I'm saying.
yeah,
Like
okay.
even if there was, I wouldn't be like,
Okay.
we need to talk about it. Yeah.
Julia got scared. Yeah, no, there's literally nothing. I feel like that we're such an open book in our friendships and stuff that like
Yeah.
there's no way that we wouldn't have talked about something.
Yeah. If you need a healthy friendship, take it from us.
Yeah. Yeah, literally.
Analyze our friendship.
That's so true. We've been through so much in terms of like people trying to break us up and like you moving away and then
For no
me
reason.
being 5 hours away now and like all that stuff. Like
Yeah.
yeah. Thank you. That was the
Okay.
end of that segment. Woohoo!
Yeah, that was fun.
I would turn myself around and go sit back over there, but I've decided not to because it takes a lot of work. So we're finishing this one.
Yeah, that's fair. Can we talk about the car crash or the truck crash
Oh yeah, we didn't do
that my mom and I witnessed?
Yeah, let's do that.
No.
Forgot that we forgot to do that.
Okay. Excuse me, I keep burping.
There's this.
On the way home.
I was just gonna say
Yep.
that there's this John Mulaney skit where he's like talking about how like he muscles through burps and he'll be like at dinner and he'll be like, "Do you want to just like like he'll just muscle through the burps, and I was like, that's real.
That's terrible. I would stop being friends with him or disown him.
But like, okay, anyway, go ahead.
Okay, so I forgot what day it was, but on the way home, my mom and I were like stopped at a light, and we witnessed this truck. I know there's a lot of words for what people call a truck. Some people call it a semi or a semi truck, and some people call it an 18 wheeler. But basically, this really big
Tractor
truck,
trailer.
the ones that are like the rectangle. Yeah, tractor trailer. Lorry, if you're in the UK. It was trying to make a turn on this really tight and narrow road, and on this specific curb, I know because usually the Rutgers buses will like jump the curb, and you have to watch your feet because the road and the turn is so narrow. So I guess that truck driver must have been inexperienced or something and didn't know that he probably wasn't supposed to go down that road because he tried to make this turn and he went so far onto the curb that he hit the traffic light and he like took it off the thing. He took it off the post. And it like he kept driving for a little bit and it was hanging, the traffic light was hanging off of his truck, off the top of his truck.
So
And it was so crazy. My mom and I were like, I don't know, like, we were gagged.
We were gagged.
I don't know what other way
crazy.
to put it.
No, I'd be.
We were like, huh?
I would be cackling. To be honest.
Dude, it was crazy because, and like he had to drive for like 50 more feet before he stopped because I guess he tried to figure out, but the traffic light stayed on his truck.
That sucks.
Which is insane.
Good luck to that man.
Yeah.
God bless. Godspeed.
I do have a video. Hopefully we can you do picture-in-picture videos? Do you know? Okay, so we'll show you. It was a crazy thing. I don't have it recorded of it being hit, but it was so loud.
Oh.
Like usually I know people say when there's a car crash, the sound is really loud because of the metals and stuff going at such a fast speed. It's like a really big bang. But I've never heard one happen or seen one happen for that matter. So yeah, that was crazy. A crazy experience.
Yeah, I remember when I was in the car when we got hit. It was very loud, and it was like not super fast. That was what was I gonna say? I did have a thought, and now it's gone. So
fun.
Truck crash, car crash. No, yeah, I can't remember. Nice.
It's fine.
Yay. Okay. Oh, I was gonna. Here's what it was. I find it funny. See, I don't actually mind it, but I do find it a little funny when Jeff's like, "Can we do?" And then he'll like suggest something in editing, and it's like, it's me. Like No.
Okay.
I know.
Like,
if your computer wasn't broken, I know. I just find it funny that you're like, "Can we do picture-in-picture?" And I'm like, "Yeah, okay."
Because I have to like ask.
No, I know.
I can't.
It's funny.
Just do
It
it
was
myself.
funny. It's funny. I laugh. Okay. So, the H3 podcast. One of my faves.
Yeah.
They have this thing that's been happening, and I don't know. I think it's like a well-established joke. I just can't wrap my head around why they take it so seriously. There's this one skit that they've been trying to, not skit, like segment they've been trying to do for like maybe the entire month of December and maybe half of November, called Eel Pit. And it's like this woman has a pit of eels under her house, and it's on TikTok. It's a thing. It's a real thing. And every time they get to the end of the episode and they're like, we could do Eel Pit on Wednesday. We could do Eel Pit on Friday. Also, they've stopped mentioning it. And at one point in one episode, Dan was like, I took out all the segments that were like old and we kept having on there that we never got to. And they stopped talking about Eel Pit, which makes me think that Eel Pit has gone away and that they have not, like, that it wasn't a joke, that it just kept getting rescheduled to the next episode. So we have realized that we do have one of those right now because 2 weeks ago we were like, next week we want to do this pop culture thing where we do 7 pop culture moments in 7 days. And then the week after, was this week, and we have to push it again because we have not been paying attention to pop culture. It has been finals
We
week.
don't have anything, I'm annoyed at it. Yeah, it has been
Yeah.
finals week too. Stuff has been a little bit boring on the weekdays. But can we read what we have
Yeah.
at least, just to give them a little taste
Yeah.
of what it'll be
Yeah,
like?
go ahead.
Okay. So we were gonna say for Sunday, we forgot to mention that Nicki Minaj's Pink Friday 2 came out on Friday, December 8th. And that was something to be beheld.
It came out with mixed reviews, but Jeff and I enjoyed it, so.
Yeah, it really did.
Yeah.
Even if you don't like it or heard bad things about it, I'd say take a listen,
Yeah.
because you never know. It meant a lot to her, so that's like,
Yeah.
that kind of seals the deal for
Yeah.
me. Like, I could support it if it means a lot to the
Yeah.
artist.
Also, me and Jeff, we're not like
Yep.
avid Nicki Minaj listeners, so like
Yeah.
we didn't have super high expectations. I mean, we were like, it's gonna be good. It's Nicki, but like we didn't like think it would be.
Yeah.
I don't know. Continue.
We weren't like, we're going to Gag City, guys.
Yeah.
It's like-
I found out that she.
Yeah, it was so funny watching all the reactions of everybody like, oh my god, we're gonna be so Gag City, and then they're like listening to the album and they're like,
Yeah. Kind of funny that morning I saw a tweet that was like new Nicki Minaj album out at midnight, and I was like, what? And then Jeff that night was like, hey, have you heard about Gag City? It was like somebody has arrived at Gag City, and I was like, what is Gag City? And he was like, the new Nicki Minaj album, and I was like not that it's the name, but it's a part of the Nicki Minaj album, and I was like, oh, that's coming out tonight, isn't it? And he was like, yeah, and I was like, oh, as though I didn't hear about it that morning.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then we listened.
To speak a little more about Gag City, it's really cute because it was a whole fandom thing. Like, the Barbs used AI and like made a city, like a all pink city, out of AI generated prompts. So like one could be like, the plane has just landed in Gag City and stuff like that, and then be an airplane. Or like, there's a funny thing that people were doing where they put celebrities and like their adventures in Gag City,
Yeah.
and there was one that's like, Cardi B has been denied entry to Gag City.
Yeah, and I was like,
So
I
yeah.
also saw Nicki getting into it, and she was like, we will turn you away at the door at Gag City. Yeah, there was one tweet that I saw that was like, it was like, somebody just try. Okay,
It's fun.
Anyway, somebody just like peeked over to try to use this spot, and then they saw me, and they were like, I feel bad.
It's okay.
What was I gonna say? No, I saw a tweet that was like, if you are not a girl, gay, or they, like, you have to provide identification to say that you're a girl, gay, or they.
Face
when you
card.
when you enter Gag City, and then somebody responded to it, and it was like, Gag City's existed for 24 hours, and already it's a prison industrial complex, and I was, or like, it's like got a police, like a corrupt police system, and I was like, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so I think it's really sweet that Nicki's been getting into that, and the deluxe album she put on was in parentheticals called Gag City Deluxe. So I think that's really sweet that she does fan service
I
like
love
that,
that.
because that wasn't originally her idea.
I
So
love that. Okay, Wednesday.
do you want to speak on Wednesday?
Yes.
What happened
It was
on Wednesday?
Taylor Swift's birthday. Wah.
Yay.
Her birthday cake said birthday girl of the year. I thought that was very cute.
It
The
was.
first half of her party, I don't think this was speculation, because from what I understand, somebody looked up what the locations were that she went to, and there's this video of Gracie Abrams trying to look for the entrance to the party, and the paparazzi had to help her, and she was like, the box, and he was like, yeah, it's over there, and the box is as far as I know, a burlesque like club, which I think is so fun. So that's where the first half of our party was, and then the second half was, I think, next door. Very fun. I wish Travis Kelce was there, but he's also doing work stuff, so good for him. Yeah, and happy birthday, Queen. Oh, and then we were talking about the Eras Tour at home. She released the Eras Tour movie at home, and it is $19.89 to rent. Yeah,
To rent.
To rent.
Like, not to buy. It's the same price at home as for the ticket.
Without cardigan as well.
Boy. like I don't get what's going
What's
on.
very funny is that Google Drive started trending on Twitter, and apparently, I don't know how this statistic exists. Apparently, it's the most bootlegged movie ever. So,
Yeah, like I don't know how they got that
yeah,
information, but I believe
I
it.
believe it too. I think that she would have made so much more money if it was cheaper and you could buy it than having it at this
So much
price.
more.
But yeah,
Like us two being such loyal fans and not renting the movie just proves like how
yeah.
many of her fans wouldn't bother to pay that
Like,
price.
and when I tell you, me and Jeff, like, I've bought merch before. We are there at every midnight release. Like, it is bad that she. Also, I haven't seen it in theaters, so I have every reason to want to buy it, and I still don't want to because it's so expensive.
Yeah. Whack. She's whack for that. Corporate greedy snake.
Yep. Saturday?
Ooh, we have big things in the talks for Saturday.
Yeah.
I forgot King's name. I know his first name is Aiden.
Uh-huh.
But basically, there was this thing blowing up on Twitter and just in politic
Yeah.
news in general. um, we're gonna refer to him as Senate Twink because there was a video that was leaked of this twink from the Senate, as you can infer from the name,
Yeah.
who engaged in sexual activity on the Senate floor and posted it to OF, I believe. And it's really bad because it's causing so much controversy, and I don't know, have you read into it a lot?
No, all I did was because it happened yesterday, and I was in Boston all day, and
It
so
did.
I get a text from Jeff while me and Phoebe are walking. Phoebe's my roommate. While we're walking, and I showed her, and she was like, and I was like, yeah, I don't know. And then later in the night, I just saw a TikTok that was like, how could you do that and still have the video be boring? And that was the only information I got, and I was like, okay.
Okay, yeah, I don't know a lot about him. I just know, yeah, like all the Republican conservatives are like, oh my god, look at all his accounts, and they're like posting his like thirst traps of him and like the BDSM wear and like the jockstrap and
Yeah.
shit. Like, you guys could just say you're gay. You guys could just say like you went out of your way to search that
Yeah,
up.
you could. Also, he's a staffer, right? He's not actually a senator.
Yeah.
Well,
But yeah, it's going crazy. So that Diva Down and Senate Twink have been crazy things going on in U.S. government in recent
Yeah.
times.
like, I'm sorry that happened, or I'm happy for you. That's how I feel when I see that.
Yeah, like I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, this last one.
I can imagine how chaotic it must be being in the government right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah. Okay, this last one. We can give them a taste and then do more next week if you would like to.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't have any prepared, but
So
you
off
go.
the dome.
You start us off.
Okay, so we have written down unpopular Taylor Swift opinions. We are Swifties. To heart. And this sparked because of a conversation we had about a certain producer.
Yeah.
So here is my unpopular Taylor Swift opinion that I will be quantifying for the next 2 minutes. My Taylor Swift opinion is that either Jack Antonoff needs to change a little bit, or they need to stop working together for a little bit. Here's my reason. I know he wrote Out of the Woods. If they did Out of the Woods, they did Cruel Summer, they did Folklore, Evermore, etc. Listen, Midnights and The Vault on 1989, I feel like are just a little bit too pared down for my liking. And I know Jack Antonoff can work with real instruments. He's a part of the Bleachers. Clairo, her album Sling is so, so good. Being funny in a foreign language, again, I hate to give the 1975 props, but oh my god, that album is a masterpiece. All of the other albums besides Midnights have been so good, and Jack is such a good producer. I just don't understand what he did with Midnights, and I just don't enjoy it very much. I think that she should work with Aaron Dessner more, and I also like that there's this sort of creative pairing of Taylor and Jack, that like every time they go into the studio they go in together, but there should be some more ideas floating. I think that they should be, you know, if you want them to be like the solid duo, but that more people should be in the room, if that makes sense, or more ideas thrown around, or new genres explored, because Jack can do rock, he can do pop in a different way, he can do what the 1975 did with her, and it could be so cool. So that is what I'm saying.
Real.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know, like we saw there is a lot of talk about it in the fandom, but I said something where it was like she's just getting a little too comfortable with him, and like you could hear it in the music. So either he has to like recognize that some things have to change because he's using like the same techniques and stuff, or she just has to branch out a little bit more and experiment with like different collaborators and stuff.
I agree.
Like, not to say that I don't want at least one Jack Antonoff track on TS11, but I really don't want it to sound the same and like keep hearing the same cliche sound over and over again.
I agree. And when I listened to Midnights for the first time, I will say I was very unimpressed. And then I listened to the 3 a.m. tracks, and I was like, hello. And then I checked the producers, and it's like Aaron Dessner. Right. Okay. And it's just sort of like, I don't know, I feel like she works with him so well, and the music that they make, I feel like the background of the music, like the track, sounds so like complementary to her voice, and they're working together. There's this give and take, and there's this pull. You hear it in Renegade, in The Great War, in High Infidelity. Is High Infidelity? Actually, I maybe just lied. And Would've, Could've, Should've. And Would've, Could've, Should've. And Would've, Could've, Should've. One of the best songs on that album was an Aaron Dessner track, and it's because they give and take. I'm sorry, but if you're listening to Question, I'm like, where's the track? Where's the track? Lavender Haze, an incredible song. Multiple people
Really?
worked on it besides Jack.
Yeah.
You understand? Like, there's like this pared down like vibe to the producing that I just don't like. Anyway, that is my TS opinion, and we will come up with more for next week. And what is yours, Jeff? Quickly.
I had one and I like lost it. I was gonna like bring up what the people said in the library, but I think it might be a little too controversial. Might be too much of a controversial Taylor Swift opinion. What do you think?
You could say it.
Okay. So basically, when I was recording a documentary for one of my film classes in the library, I like overheard this group of kids who were not studying. They were talking about Taylor Swift because that has so much to do with their classes. And we were basically having this discussion about like Taylor Swift's experience and like her dating and her use of people of color in her music videos, and her lack of POC partners.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is a little interesting. I kind of want to record it. So basically their argument was like, she has had all these people of color in her music videos, like for example, Lover, In Her Wildest Dreams, Tour Imagery, that's a person of color in the bed with her. And in the Lavender Haze music video, she has a person of color trans man play her love interest. And then they were like, she has all this, but if you look through like her exes and stuff, is not a single person of color in there. So the question was like, is that like progressive performative imagery, or like is she actually attracted or like drawn to people of color, or people of color men?
Yeah.
So
How do you feel about it?
we don't know. Like, in a way, I could kind of get behind it, because it's like, you don't have to like dish that out in your imagery, because then it does start to look a little performative. But then also in a way, like, I wouldn't dig too much into her imagery, because like we don't know her and we don't know what she prefers really, because we aren't her. But I don't know, to see it in the music videos and stuff, and like as one of those people, it's like, I don't know why you have to push it so hard when you have not had a single person of color partner ever.
as someone who's not a person of color, what I think, because everyone's been waiting to hear what I think. Um, I I see it in two different ways, three different ways maybe. The first way is that she probably doesn't want anyone speculating about what the song is about who the song is about, etc. And so she uses someone that looks completely different from people she's ever dated, because I remember Joshua Bassett. This is so whatever. Joshua Bassett put out a music video where one of the characters was blonde, and everyone was like Sabrina, and like, you know what I mean? Where it's just like maybe she didn't want that speculation. Number two is that all the people that she worked with, to my knowledge, she had a prior professional relationship to. Uh, Lover being her dancer Owen, who released music and then also performed as an opener on the Errors tour. Errors tour. Okay, sure. Errors tour.
It was.
So I think that, and I also think that she maybe just wants to have more representation in her music videos being a white woman, and that comes across because a lot of her music videos are about love. That comes across in including where people of color, especially like I guess the love interest. If I'm being so real, I feel like if the Lavender Haze music video had a white guy in it, I'd be like, it's that bad to say. Like, considering everyone who also worked on that song to represent them too, I don't know.
Yeah.
So that's my feeling on it. I also think, yeah, maybe Miss Girl has a type.
Yeah.
And maybe Miss Girl wants to include her friends, and those friends just happen to be men of color. I don't know.
True. Like, I hate for the unpopular opinion to be about her dating life, but I do think it's an interesting concept, and like to think critically about why it's that way and why she wants that imagery in her music videos, and whether or not she actually believes that, or if it's like a team choice or something.
It's very interesting.
We don't know.
Yeah.
Either way, I don't care that much. I just thought it was interesting. Those people in the library.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, we will have more fully fledged opinions and arguments for next week.
Yes, we will. And I think that you have to go, right?
Yeah, I have to go soon.
Okay. So we should wrap it up. Thank you so much for watching.
Yep. Thank you.
Give it a like, subscribe, follow us on TikTok, follow our Duolingos.
All the things. Please do.
I heart you guys. At this point, it's literally just us watching, so I heart us in the future. I heart you guys.
Real.
Okay. Mwah.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.